Picture this. You are living in one of the most exciting countries in the world, learning a new language, exploring new cities. At the same time, you are earning $3,000 a month. On top of that, you get free accommodation, free flights, and tons of perks. Sounds too good to be true? Well, it's not. Thousands of people are right now in China teaching English. And in this video, I'm going to explain you how it works and what are the requirements, because I want to spoil a little bit, you don't have to be a native to actually teach English in China. Let's start with the first point. Why does China pay so much to foreigners in order to teach English? Well, that is because China has one of the biggest education industries in the world. And Chinese parents want their kids to speak English well because it will give them better opportunities when it comes to jobs and, of course, education. Now, here's the key point. I'm Italian, for example, and for me, learning English is very easy. And it's not the same for Chinese people. That is why Chinese people cannot really teach English, and they need somebody coming from outside China to teach English to their kids. And this is not just a problem that Chinese people have. In fact, there is a lot of requests also from Japan and Korea for people from abroad to come to their country and teach English. Now, let's continue with the perks of a foreigner teaching English in China. Well, first of all, you're going to get a very nice salary. So as I was mentioning before, it might be $3,000 a month, it might be $3,500, $4,000. I even know this guy who is a dean. He's from America and he's a dean in this Chinese school, and he's making money because taxes are very low in China, so they're not going to take much from your salary. Apart from this, you're going to save a lot because basically they're going to provide you with free accommodation. You're not going to pay expensive rent. You're not going to pay $1,000 a month, $800 a month. No, because they're going to give you the accommodation and they're also going to give you the food, because essentially you're going to work in a school where there is going to be a canteen. And as a teacher, as a perk, they're going to give you free food. Next perk is paid holidays. And I tell you this because let's say you work in marketing in China. You're only going to get 5 days a year of paid annual leave. This is nothing compared to, let's say, Dubai, where they give you 30 days. But wait a minute. If you're going to become a teacher, you're going to get the same vacations as the students are going to get. So, for example, first of all, you're going to get a lot of national holidays. For example, Chinese New Year, for people who work, it's going to be only 10 days. Instead, for students, it's going to be 1 month. And of course, holidays is not the only perk of being a teacher in China, because people work hard and they work like maybe 50 or 60 hours a week in China, but you, being a teacher, you will work around 20 or 25 hours. Of course, this depends on your contract. If you want to work more, well, it's better because you're going to make even more money. Another thing that they are going to give you, which is very important, is the free flight. So let's say you're from Europe and right now you're in Europe. You don't have to waste $800 for the flight because the school is going to pay for you. As well, there are like many perks like medical insurance, bonus for completion of the contract. And the most important part for me, of course, is being immersed in the culture. Learning a new language, learning Chinese is something that is going to help you for your whole life. Now, what do you need to qualify for this job? First of all, as I was telling you before, you don't have to be a native speaker, which is amazing because this opens the doors to many people from all over the world. So for example, I'm Italian, I'm fluent in English, perfect. I can go and teach English in China, even though that is not my mother tongue. But you need a bachelor's degree. It doesn't matter what kind of bachelor's degree you have, you must have it. Of course, you must have a clear background check because you're working with kids, so that is like the minimum that you have to have. And you can even be an engineer. You can go to China, teach there. Maybe the school is going to ask for a TEFL certificate, which is a certificate to teach. But this is not always the case. So yeah, you just have to have a Western face. If you are Korean or Japanese, I don't think they're going to accept you, but you know, you can always try. Outside of work, you're going to have plenty of free time to explore China. So you're going to go to Shanghai, you're going to see the Great Wall, you're going to eat street food in Chengdu. That is why I really suggest you to give a look on this opportunity. And of course, if you want to know more, how was my first time in China? How was the experience with the food? How was the experience with the people? You can watch this video here and I'll see you there. Bye bye.